Hello everybody, American Horror Story episode 3, titled Edward Mordrake Part 1, which explains why there's a to be continued at the end, since it's Part 1 of Edward Mordrake. So, nothing really happened too significant where you're like, oh shit, like compared to the other two episodes, it felt kind of slow. There was a lot of commercials, like every 5 to 10 minutes they show you 5 minutes of commercials, it felt like, at least. Um, Disappointing. Bearded lady is dying because she's got cirrhosis to the liver from drinking, from a hard life. There's a fake fortune teller, and she's on a con with a gay dude who was gonna have sex with the Viking, who was dressed up like Thor. Um, Gets weird. Um, their con is they want to get a freak and sell it to this museum. They want to kill the two-headed lady and sell the body. Um, what else happened? The strongman and the hermaphrodite with 3 boobs. Uh, they were gonna get their, they were gonna get some hibbity dibbity, but then the strongman couldn't get any action. Uh, he kind of flipped out and held her against the fridge in their trailer, and like, she stood up to him, kind of, and then he goes and talks to the bearded lady because she's dying from cirrhosis of the liver, and she's drinking again. He's also the lobster boy's dad, and they get into a discussion, kind of, like asking questions about when they were together. He said he never loved her, and he could have been a better dad, and what did he want to be for Halloween all the time? She said a soldier. Um, she wanted him to look after him because she's gonna die. Because the doctor told her if you start drinking, it will accelerate this process. He gave her 6 months to a year to live. So she started drinking to get that process going. Also, they tell the story of Edward Mordrake, who is why they don't do anything on Halloween in the freak show community. Apparently, um, he was a poet, and he had a demon head on the back of his head that would only talk to him and whisper him. He freaked out one year because they put him in a insane asylum. He escaped during the freak show. And on Halloween, he ended up killing everybody and then hanging himself. So if you perform on Halloween, Edward Mordrake shows up, then hangs one of them, but he twists your head backwards too. Um, so the fake fortune teller tells the Esmeralda, the star attraction, the singer, the German, and she basically restores hope in her, tells her about her past, how she was uh, a star, and then she kind of got screwed over. Lady stole her act. Someone's gonna show up with strong, piercing eyes standing behind you and make you a star again. And the um, the two-headed lady, they uh, they had a nightmare. One of them had a dream of chopping the other one off and living by herself, and it was the meaner one who can sing really well. Um, so that happened, and she told her she wanted to save her money and find a doctor that will actually do that. So they're doing that. They're on the stage and they want to perform. The band doesn't want to because even that might bring Edward Mordrake. Esmeralda shows up, says it's a myth. She's the only one who's a myth. That's because it's just a superstition. She sings a song. It was a pretty good song. Shows up Edward Mordrake. They got green smoke, and he's in there with a nice top hat and a nice suit and a king. He's gonna take a freak with him, and he goes to the bearded lady. She tells him and the demon in the back her story um, of her past, which was like the best part of the whole episode, at my opinion, at least. She talked about how she used to be a big star, where she would surround herself with beautiful women with the feathers, and they would do the thing over her, and then reveal her, and she would sing a song. The strong man fell in love with her. Uh, they broke away from that. He wanted her. He became her manager. Wanted her to, rich people don't want to hear classic show tunes. They want to hear poetry, and so she recites Shakespeare. They threw stuff at her. The demon says, "You have a deeper pain," and she says, "Yes." And she tells a story of why the strong man's a terrible, terrible person. Um, so they're back in the States. They're not making money. She's pregnant with Jimmy, the lobster boy. Um, strong man does a freak show of a live freak birth. She has the baby. He grabs the baby and he's like, "You wanna hold the baby? You wanna hold the monster? This much money. You wanna hold the monster?" Um, then as she's crying, Edward Mordrake gives her a hanky to wipe her tears, and all these dead freaks kind of surround her and they're looking at her, and then she says, "Take me to hell with you. I deserve it." And the demon says, "Not the one." They all disappear. Um, quick follow up with the spoiled rich kid who hates everything and is just a real pain in the ass. Um, that the clown took under his wing, kind of. He dresses up as a clown for Halloween, tries to kill the maid with a butter knife. I didn't understand that. Like, you can't kill people with a butter knife. Come on now. Um, they show him in the clown car that's been there, that looks like it's been there for a while, but there wasn't murders for a long time, so what's the deal with that? He goes trick or treat to the kids in the cage, tries to poke him with the butter knife, not long enough. The clown shows up with a new kid and he says more fun, and then it says to be continued. So come back next week and you'll get another one of Edward Mordrake Part 2. Peace.